Ghanatube so it was your former for snowy Masai so atanasibium. Made some our draw etregum the four corners of Ghana Airborne interpersonal senior maternal senomedy. Belacotier and Sembia Ecoso ever on my name a bar never sent for my twasso at your mamma.
There's been a great deal of concern by the Ghanaian people that they want passports to be, in terms of the processing, in terms of the convenience, they would want that we work on that. We need to go full digitalization. We need to make it possible for courier services to submit passports to people. We shouldn't have a situation where thousands of passports remain uncollected. Cut down the inconvenience. If government has your biometrics, why is everybody still collecting biometrics? DVLA, SNIT, NIA, health service, passport office, everybody is still collecting biometrics every day. Happens only in Ghana. It has to stop. We must integrate. And that is why I've spoken to the communications minister to help us with technical staff from his ministry and the NIA so that we can integrate. If your biometrics are in the system, why should you have to always, if you want to renew your passport or get a passport, do your biometrics again? It's total waste of man hours. And then we also want the passport office to become a 24-hour passport office that operates around the clock. And we'll be piloting that as we look at moving all our missions to 24-hour working period. That, as you know, is the vision of President Mahama. He is big on having a 24-hour economy so that we can work around the clock and then create jobs. Potentially, we can triple current staff numbers if we roll out a 24-hour operation within the ministry. So that is one of the committees that we'll be setting up today. The second committee we shall set up is the Migration and Welfare of Ghanaians in the Diaspora Committee. You heard me say that the Foreign Ministry should help to address the unemployment crisis. But even more importantly, we have too many of our compatriots who are being exploited. Their dignity is violated violently, particularly in some regions. I don't want to mention because the media is here, but you know those regions. And it's all because it's not a regulated space. You have unscrupulous private agencies who take advantage of them. When they arrive in those destinations, they seize their passports, they collect more than 50% of their earnings, and they just exploit them and treat them shabbily, really. So that has to change. When you have a government-to-government agreement, and everybody knows that these workers from this country, Ghana, their government knows they are here. Their government is aware of their work. They will be treated with respect, with dignity, and it becomes a win-win situation. Look at what countries like Cuba, like Indonesia have achieved, taking advantage of migration policies and having partnerships with us. And you should look at the numbers. For example, Cuba, we pay them so much every year because of the doctors that they bring in. Why can't we also begin to get some good FDI from these arrangements? So that is a committee I'm passionate about, and I would want us to hit the ground running with those two committees. We'll be giving them a month's mandate to report so that we can immediately roll out the interventions that we all want to see. As I conclude, I would want to admonish all of you colleagues that your welfare will also be my utmost priority. You do know that as ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee for 8 years, I have advocated for your welfare. I have said that we should bring back the waiver on duties, particularly when you are returning from the posting.
and some no about for comment who came comment section. Na mejibre I can kindly na ediamo answer na me so must make am say ha Ghanatube so in same bia ekoso ewo on my no nsa ebeka subscribe na hit notification bell no for quick updates see ade makabo.